More Local Podcast, your host, Danny Starr, right here. Special interview, Four Sisters, Furniture, Custom Framing.
More loco, more loco. More loco, more loco. More loco, more loco.
We're back. More Local Podcast, your host, Danny Starr. We're right here with,
Janet Kendrick.
right here at Four Sisters, Furniture and Custom Framing. So as we were talking a little bit about the history and everything. So you took over this location just in the last year, you were saying, right?
Yeah, so we've just moved here to 274 in the last year. We were at 101.
Heck yeah. And then
previously.
And then the Four Sisters, you were saying, comes from an actual family that had the business, and that's what they named it in the logo as well.
Yep.
No, that's beautiful.
And
then because when I think about my history and my background, and I'm like, what was the first thing you ever built or customized when you were a kid? Because that always develops into the business or what we kind of get into that we love.
You know, I mean, so even as a kid, I always liked to do things with my hands. So like I started knitting when I was like 8 years old. Like I always liked the satisfaction of seeing something finished.
There we go.
So things appeal to me like gardening or whatever, because you work at it and then you see a finished product pretty quickly. So that's always appealed to me. But like the way I got into this business was just kind of really by default.
Yeah.
Like one of the sisters, Crystal, lived in my neighborhood. Her daughters babysat for me.
There we go.
At the time, I was working for a photography studio, which I'd done since high school, and I liked it, but I didn't necessarily love it. And I must have told one of her, her daughter, that I'm like, maybe I'm looking for a different job. And she went home and told her mom, and her mom called me and said, "We're just opening a business. Do you want to come and work for us?" And that was that. So I really fell in love with the custom picture framing. That is definitely, I love that.
That's beautiful. Yeah, because like I'm telling you, I feel like that always, because even me, I'm like, when people ask, I'm like, I feel like I found my purpose, and that really is what matters, and here on this rock that's spinning in the middle of nowhere, right? So I'm like, I feel like that always definitely, our upbringing always kind of diverges in what we're going to do as what do you do for a living and things like that, So, and then from that, so you after them, you said you took over the business here, and you've been running it now over the last
8 years.
8 years. And the first location was, once again, recall for me?
It was at 101 25th Street, so it was on the corner of 25th and Wall.
Okay, so just down the street, basically.
Yeah.
And then, because this used to be, what was it before?
There was Serendipity.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Good Life Cafe before that. There's been a lot of things here. I don't know everything that's been here, but
a lot of history in the building. And then, so talking about the history of the building, do you know anything that I guess people wouldn't know, or that you've heard, or?
No, I should know. Ron did bring me like something.
Urban cows, I guess you could say.
I know that there's a lot of previous occupants of the building. A number of them have like stopped in.
Yeah.
Everybody likes to see the changes to the space they used to be in. And a lot of them have talked about like paranormal activity, a lot of them. And I haven't experienced any of that, but I don't tend to be sensitive to it.
Yeah.
So at our other location, we had a few incidences, things that happened, nothing like unnerving, but just some interesting things. But I don't tend to really be sensitive to that kind of stuff. So I haven't had anything here.
No, I feel like there's definitely a lot of history or ghost or whatever you would call it here in Ogden, just from everything that's from the beginning of it to where it's at now. And
but I do think this building was actually originally a photography studio. So when it was built, it was a photographer who
ran the place.
Who did
that's beautiful. No, because there's a lot of history in and that's why I asked a lot of people that interview if they know, and then some of them have interesting stories or that they've heard.
Next time I'll have something good.
No, that'll be the homework. That's funny.
Exactly.
No, and then what because you said you guys get it from outsourced from different states or other businesses, and what has been the passion behind that? You're like, because you want to showcase other businesses. What's the full on passion that that keeps you?
Yeah, so in our gift shop, that's where we source from other small businesses. I just like authenticity,
Yep.
right? I like things with a story. Like we have a story, obviously everybody has a story in everything that they do, but I when you go somewhere, you want to get something unique.
Yep.
And that's kind of why I've pursued that. So I don't want to have things that you're going to see when you go anywhere else.
There we go. There we
'Cause
go.
when I visit places, I want to get something that I haven't seen anywhere else.
That's
so that's
fair.
what I'm working towards always in our gift shop selection stuff. Most everything here has a story. So if you come in and see something you like, ask me about the story.
There we go. I like that. 'Cause
I
you
like to
have,
tell you about the families and how they got into what they do.
Because
So-
you have from just name a few spots that you guys have from different
It's
locations.
like I have a really fun candle company from St. Louis.
There we go.
A really great one from Maryland, and a really great one from here in Manaway, Utah.
There we go.
I've got some really fun stuff that we get out of North Carolina as well.
There we go.
So woodworking and also our furniture comes from North Carolina. But
There we go. And then
Yeah.
you guys, so for the people watching, you guys do the frames of pictures and
yeah, so our two main things have always been picture framing and furniture.
There
So
we
our
go.
furniture is all solid wood furniture, comes to us unfinished, and then we do the custom finishing, stains, paints, whatever you choose.
there we go. What's
So-
one of the most interesting furniture you guys done or that you love to do?
You know what? Like we have, we had a lady do like a sofa table, and the colors that she picked, she picked like 3 paint colors, and I was like, ugh, I don't know how that's gonna look. But when we got it, we delivered it to her house, and it was perfect for what
There we
she
go.
had, and there was no way she was gonna find that just furniture shopping.
Right.
So that's one of the great things that we can offer is if you're in a house and you want a kitchen table that's going to match your cabinets, we can finish it.
There we go. It's
match
gonna
it.
be
So,
a
yeah.
personalized item that
Yep.
brings you know how you're feeling or how they
Yeah.
are. No, that's beautiful because I'm like I'm definitely might have to get something
And we-
customized from you guys for sure.
And we call it in this industry, like it's called heritage furniture
Yep.
because it is what is going to last generations because it's well made solid wood.
That's
so it doesn't
beautiful.
end up in the landfill.
There we go. That's beautiful. And
Yeah.
then, what's one of the most consuming ones that you would say that took you a second or a few days that you're like,
Some of the things that really consume a lot of time is our picture framing because we'll do a lot of like shadow boxes,
Yeah.
memorabilia stuff. I mean, I did a big one just recently that I had like a Letterman's jacket from. Sorry.
no, you're fine. She's
dog.
part of it now.
Okay, this is our
Yeah,
dog Pippin.
Yeah, no,
She's in here a lot. It was a Letterman's jacket from 1970 from Weber High School.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
then this lady was doing it for her husband as a birthday gift.
yep.
He was a class officer, so they had sweaters back then.
That's cool.
So I had his sweater. He lettered in football, so we put a football under the arm of the jacket. All those things take so much time because you have to cut the football in half, restuff it, relace it up,
Yeah.
sewing all the things down. I mean, that probably was a 60-hour project.
Yeah, that's
So they don't tend to be profitable, but they're really fun to work on.
Yep. Oh,
So
yeah.
we did some barbering supplies for Christmas. We did tons of shadow boxes.
no. Well, and that's what I was talking with some buddies last night, and I'm like, it's not really, being wealthy and the money side. The money side is just being wealthy as getting known. That feeling that you get when you're doing things
Yep.
like that, and how Brian and Ashley told me it's that oh shit feeling or that wow feeling. You're like nobody else is gonna get you. Having people feel that is one of a kind feeling that
Yeah.
you'll never get from money or whatever it is. When you make something unique that's it's
Yeah.
personalized to them.
Yep, and it's emotional to them. Like people
Exactly.
pick things up and they cry.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
and it's like I feel like it's a privilege to work on that stuff. Like people bring us things that are very meaningful to them, and we know it's as important to us as it is to them. Truly,
That's right.
like that we treat it with respect and we treat it well. When we do our picture, our custom framing, we do everything. We call it archival, so or museum to museum quality.
There we
so everything is reversible. Nothing is. There's nothing that's going to, what we do, our processes won't damage the item.
There we
So
go.
if it ever needs to come back out, so things that are collectible, that's really good for. But I mean, we do, lots of clothing items, lots of military things.
Oh,
and
really?
it's really cool to be a part of that.
That's cool.
And the stories that the customers have that go with their things, like the connections that you make with people.
Oh yeah. That's what's gonna personalize everything,
Yeah.
Once again, that friendship that we build or that personal
Yeah,
relationship with from any, acquaintance or business person that we meet, that's what's really gonna matter, at the end of the day. Because it goes back to that one saying, it's not really what you know, but who you know,
And I would say like that's the thing that anybody that knows me, like my husband will tell you the same thing. I'm a chatty Cathy, like I love to talk. People come into the shop. I just like to know people. Like I like to hear their, just having a chat.
Yeah,
just the stories I don't know. I just like making that connection with people and.
No, and that's what's gonna
It's
matter.
a lot of
The
fun.
community. That's what's really gonna it goes back to that classic mom and pop shops. That's what's really gonna matter. Yeah, Walmarts and Winkos and all that. Yeah, we'll probably need those, but what's really gonna once again leave the history, it's gonna be this right here that you're building, what we're building right here in the podcast, because that's what's gonna leave a legacy from whoever decides to take the business after you,
right.
and they hopefully they keep the same outlook as you had, and because that's it's gonna make you feel, what you're like. I'm doing something here that's gonna matter, and that's how people feel, and I'm assuming when they buy a piece from you, it's gonna be something that they'll remember for on, and maybe they'll pass it down to their family members.
For sure,
Hey,
yeah.
and wherever they're at, and they're like, you should go check it out and get something for your family member. So,
And we know when we sell somebody like a piece of furniture, we're not going to sell them another piece of furniture because they're not going to need another piece.
Oh, yeah, no.
So like I recognize customers that are coming back now after 30 plus years that maybe they bought their first dining room table from us. And now they're coming back because they gave that dining room table to their kids. They've moved to a smaller place and they need a smaller
There we
table.
go.
So that's the only reason like that
But
we
they're
sell them
coming
two
here, though.
tables. Yeah,
But
because they're going to
coming
last
here.
a long time. But no, when I bought the business, one of the things that I told everybody because I never intended to be a business owner. Let's start with that. Like I was perfectly happy working for the sisters. Like I liked what I was doing there. So I didn't have this aspiration of me doing this. But when we did do it, really the most important thing that I kept thinking was I just wanted to be a good part of the community.
There we go.
So
we go.
you have to make a living, but just really important to like serve the community and be a good part of it. It was kind of funny because pre-owning this business, my daughters and I would come down here to 25th Street quite often and do some shopping. We'd spend the day, right? We'd do some shopping, we'd get some lunch, whatever. And I'd come down here and I would feel a really strong connection with 25th Street and like that I belonged here, which puzzled me every time because I would think,
beautiful.
I don't have any great ideas. I don't have an aspiration to have a business down here or anything. So really quite suddenly when the last sister that was running the shop just kind of burned out and just told me she was going to close. She was burned out and she was going to be done. She was going to retire. I kind of instantly knew.
Yeah, it was your time. You were the next one to take.
I wasn't necessarily super prepared to be a business owner, but I understood the workings of the business, the framing and the furniture and everything. So anyway, it's a privilege to be able to still do it.
No, that's beautiful because I'm telling you, whoever decides to take over the plan though after you, hopefully they have the same desires that you've had because that's what's going to keep pushing, the business and what they left behind because I'm sure that's what they were feeling because I'm sure they already knew that you were here to same look that they had for the community as well, because that's what's going to matter at the end of the day, just growing together. But So back to the framing. What do you guys do? So being customized framing, all the furniture. What has been? You guys just focus more on tables and chairs, or is there like unique items that, or just a certain amount of items that you guys focus on?
Well, I mean, we have probably equal focus on the furniture and the framing,
Okay.
picture
Okay.
framing. But as like our best selling item for furniture would definitely be dining room tables.
Okay.
Followed by like bedroom stuff. There's a lot of other things in there. There's, sofa tables and end tables and china hutches and, buffets
go.
and things like that. So we have a lot of things that we bring in. But definitely dining room tables. Everybody has to have one of those.
Yeah,
That's
you
like
have
the heart
to.
of your house.
You have to.
And so that's definitely the thing that we sell the most of. But yeah, and then in the picture framing, there isn't any single thing that we do.
What's the breakdown?
the
What's
most
the
common.
biggest sizes and the smallest sizes you guys go to?
Oh gosh, the smallest thing probably we've framed is like 2 inches by 3 inches. So like it's a baby.
There you go. Put that on
And
a
believe it or
necklace.
not, sometimes the small things are harder to work on than.
Oh, yeah.
But and the biggest size, really the biggest that we could go up to would be like a 48 by 96.
Okay.
So that's pretty
I'd
big.
say that's still, it's solid. Yeah.
And but I don't really go any bigger than that. So bigger than that, then you just have to start thinking about, does this fit through the doorway? That's
Yep.
a real thing. Like
Start shifting different
like
angles,
does this fit through the doorway? In our shop, is it going to fit through the doorway in the
Yeah.
client's house?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
those are things always to consider.
You got to consider all of that
But yeah,
too. No.
so yeah, which is bigger than what like a standard like craft store frame shop will do. They don't do bigger sizes.
They focus on certain sizes
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like
So
that.
bigger sizes tend to be more costly
Yep.
in materials and in time to work on. So anyway, yeah. So we do
There we
every
go.
size, little
There we
tiny
go.
to huge. Yeah.
No, because when I walked in the first time, it was around, I think, the farmer's market last year. And I was like, I'm telling you, I seen the sign before and I was like, where have I seen this? This is different.
Yeah.
I walked in and I was like, it gave me a good feeling, like, being in here, everything's unique, personalized to what do you want when people come in here? What do you want them to feel or expect, from you being now the business owner of this location?
You know what? I mean, I want them to. I want them to feel comfortable here. Obviously, every business wants that. I want them to feel connected, and I want them to feel good in the space, which we've gotten those comments unexpectedly from people who will say like, "Oh, this has a really good vibe in here. This
There we
has
go.
a really good.
Heck yeah.
It's like it has good, not a good spirit, but what's the." Anyway, something
Yeah,
similar to
something
that.
like that, yeah.
So I'm very complimented by that
That's
because
good.
as business owners, most small business owners
Yeah.
will agree that you probably spend more time in your shop than you do in your house.
That's funny.
So it's sort of your.
That's what they were saying
So-
at Campfire too.
Yeah.
And I'm like that, and I feel like any
Yeah.
business is like that.
Yeah.
It's your second home, or
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
right?
And when I first moved here to 25th Street, Rich and Carrie Von Dross, who owned Endless Indulgence,
Oh, okay.
they left a couple of years ago. But she told me that she says that this will feel like your home.
Yep.
Because you spend so much of your time in your business space that it really becomes.
Yeah.
It really becomes
Right.
your home. So you're bringing people, you're welcoming people into your home. You want them to feel. That's the way I would want people to feel when they come to my house,
Right.
comfortable, like they can.
No,
just
that's right.
just
No,
be
that's
them.
what
So
at Lost Texas Barbecue, that's what she was talking about giving that people that home feeling.
Yeah.
As when you walk in, you're like, oh, this reminds me of grandma, or this reminds me of my dad used to have this clock, or something similar to that. Because then that
and I love that place. Like you go in and you don't feel like you have to hurry
Right.
and get out.
Yeah,
Do you know what
no,
I mean?
yeah,
You're
no.
like you feel good being there.
Yep, there we go. Shout out to her. No, because that's that's one of the best things people. Because there's always going to be comments from people, the good and the bad and all
Sure,
that. That's
yeah.
but publicity, good or bad, that's what's going to
Yeah.
matter. It's going to get our names out,
Yeah,
and that's especially now in the social media age and
For sure.
everybody having certain
Yeah.
reactions to things and
You're-
stuff like that.
That's and you take everything so personally, but
Mm-hmm.
that is the thing you have that we know in life, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to make everybody happy,
Yeah.
but
And you just have to keep going
Yeah,
along and
yeah,
rolling with the
but
boat, you know, and keep going along because no matter what, at the end of the day, you're the one that's going to be taking, you know, the this and that from everything. But no, I was looking at this cabinet over there in that picture, America. Did you guys customize that one?
no, but that's another like family that comes out of Wisconsin.
Okay.
And this is actually my first order with them.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I like, so, you know, before you leave, go pick it up off of the wall. Like
Okay.
it is a solid piece.
A
It's
good
not,
piece and not
yeah,
somebody
it's
out
not this
wrestling
like
item.
cheap, yeah. So they're super well made and
And then
I
about
just
the
like
clocks back here because the camera can catch those.
Yeah.
Could you talk a little bit about those?
yeah, so this is a guy, his name is Paul, he's out of Hopedale, Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
And he hand makes every clock.
Every clock.
So these we've had for we just started carrying them in November. So I've placed several orders with him, but because he hand makes everything, there's like a 12-week lead time.
Oh,
So
yeah,
if I
yeah.
place an order, I don't get it for 3 months.
So no, those are neat though. Heck yeah.
They are, and
There we go.
yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
we-
super unique. And then some of the different things like the bath or the hand towels.
yeah,
Is that, that's
yeah,
what you're saying?
yeah. So Loom, they're out of Salt Lake.
Salt Lake area. There we
yeah.
go. And then the
Yeah.
keychain looking
The
furry
little,
guys.
the
Yeah,
little,
little furry
they're
guys.
fair trade.
There we go.
So
There you
yeah,
go.
so they're all felted wool.
Yeah.
So fair trade means like the artists are fairly
Yeah.
compensated
Yeah,
for
yeah.
their time and their talents. And so, but those do come out of Nepal.
Man,
So,
there we go.
but I do again like things with a cause, and a uniqueness with a story.
With a
So,
story behind it.
yeah,
No,
so
that's beautiful.
So that's what that's
That's
what we're
beautiful. You guys heard it.
striving for.
You buy an item, she'll give you some story behind it, and it's gonna be worth
Yeah.
everything.
And have a little time when you come because I'm a chatter.
No, that's beautiful. No, well, we talked about the business, about the custom framing. Could you break down? Let's see, a day you come in here. Break down a Monday or Tuesday when you guys come in here. What's the first? You guys hit the lights, focus on looking at orders, or
Yeah, like the first thing I'm gonna usually do, I'm gonna take a look around the shop and make sure anything needs to be, you know, if there's something
Yeah.
needs to be freshened up,
freshened up,
right?
touched up. Yes.
Yeah, we'll take a few things outside. Check the plants in the summer.
Yeah,
so
have
we've
to,
just
have
got
to.
some flowers out front, so want to make sure those stay pretty and living. And but then back to the workshop.
Yep.
So back to the workshop, see what's first up.
What's next? Huh?
Yeah, so we usually start with just fitting some things. Fitting means to put them together, right? I do most of my frame cutting in the evening, so after hours. It's a noisy saw.
Yeah,
but,
because you probably have. Is there somebody?
there is, yeah.
Okay.
So like I try not to cut too late, but they haven't complained. They've brought me a couple framing orders, so
Oh, that's good. Then
they
that's
can
what
hear.
we
Maybe
want.
they can hear me working on their order when they bring
Right.
me
They're
something.
like, oh, at least she's working on
But
that.
I do cut all my own frames, so frame length comes in like 10-foot length. I have a saw back there, so I cut it all down to size, and then we join it. So if I've cut frame at night, then I'll start joining it when we get here in the morning, yeah, just working through those orders, keeping things in
going.
order. Yep.
Where's the furthest you guys have shipped out, or because you do out shipping, right?
We do a little bit, mostly through our Etsy shop. So we
Okay.
do a lot of framing. We have an Etsy shop that we do a lot of framing through that too.
Okay.
And we've just been doing that for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
But that's grown quite a little bit, and really, most of our orders are going to the East Coast.
There we
So,
go. That's why I had a feeling. That's why I had to put my pirates on. Shout out to the East Coast.
Yeah, yeah, and I think a lot of that is too because of like our pricing here where we are
Yeah.
is less expensive than what you can get
That's
on
what
coastal
I was
areas,
looking
East
at
and
right
West
now.
Coast.
That's what I was telling
So-
24 that the prices for a lot of items are, they're budgetable. Like
Yeah.
I feel like
I do, and I do get a lot of people that say that,
Yeah.
like your gift shop prices are really good.
Yeah.
So,
Because I understand.
which
it is,
we definitely want to make them fair.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, because I've noticed that you go to, once again, like you're saying, maybe in other locations or states, it could be more of a raise on the
Yeah,
budget.
yeah.
You know, just and all that varies from the wood to the coloring to all that. You know, everybody has
Yeah.
we have to see all that.
And wherever you're at, like I know, for the picture framing, I'm part of a Facebook group called Women in Framing, and this is women from all over the country and the world. So we bounce ideas off of each other. It's a really good resource.
That's cool.
But one of the things I know is that like maybe somebody will say, "Hey, I want a price check. What do you guys charge for something like this?"
Yeah.
And responses come in from all across the country. And one of the things that's always brought up is, I'm in New Jersey. There's no way that our pricing is going to be the same as in North Dakota because of our your rent, the cost of living,
all that.
what you're paying employees. It varies wherever you are in the
Oh,
country.
yeah.
So yeah, that's why I think we're popular on the East Coast with our Etsy shop,
Yeah.
is because our costs aren't as high here as what a
As
comparable
well out
shop
there.
would have.
Yeah,
there,
no,
so.
because man, everything right now is a little bit out the roof.
It
man.
is, it is.
But no, we're gonna keep going
job.
on, and people are loving it, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, we just plug away,
There we go.
live our lives. And
No, and then so you guys originally from Utah, or tell me a little bit
Yeah.
about your
So-
background.
So I, born and raised and still live in Hooper.
There we go.
But like strong Ogden connections. So my grandpa, he was raised on D Avenue
Okay.
here in Ogden.
West Ogden.
Yeah, yeah.
24.
He was the second graduating class to, at the time, the new Ogden High.
That's cool.
So
Heck yeah.
1940. My grandpa Herb, he was passionate about Ogden. His born and raised here. He went to every high school reunion.
That's cool.
Up
Heck yeah.
until I think their last high school reunion was their 60th reunion.
Okay.
There was a pretty small crowd
Yeah.
by then, but like living in Hooper, growing up there, we
Yeah.
always came to Ogden, right? All these little bedroom farming communities
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Everybody came to Ogden. We didn't
Yeah.
go to Salt Lake.
No, I was a little too far.
So-
Yeah.
But Ogden had everything you needed, so we would have our little trips to Ogden. Like we would come in to shop on Washington, feed the parking meter with their quarters or whatever we were dropping in the parking meter. Shopping at the Bon Marché,
There we go. Heck yeah.
ZCMI, going to the candy counter at ZCMI.
Yeah, that's cool.
Was like a big thing. Coming into the that was a big deal. It was a beautiful mall. I mean,
Yeah,
it
no,
was-
I was like, I
it was
luckily
kinda
got to
cool.
experience it maybe like a few years before they
shut it down.
Yeah, they shut it down and
Okay.
everything.
Yeah.
No, and then so yeah, I was like, because I was always wondering. I was like, I wonder if they're from the East Coast, or they're from Utah, or
Yeah.
the background. But
Yeah.
no, Hooper, yeah, that's
So-
just down the street. That's well, I feel like
So-
when people ask like my out of state family, they're like Ogden. I feel like Ogden. I'm like, well, yeah, technically the county or Ogden is like south,
Yeah.
east,
Yeah.
west Ogden, north Ogden, and then like it's a big area.
Yeah.
And especially now more, there's so much growth, and I'm sure you've seen just from
Yeah,
all the
lots of
different
changes.
development that has been around.
Yeah. And then my other grandparents, they were North Ogden.
Okay.
So
well,
anyway,
even
so
North
that's-
Ogden has grown a
Yeah.
lot.
Oh
in
yeah. It's
just the last few years.
it's very different than the North Ogden I visited visited my grandparents at. But yeah.
No, that's beautiful. No, that's so. And then you went to what schools did you go to here?
So I went to Roy High.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Shout out Royals.
So yeah, the
Royals.
Roy
Shout out
Royals.
to the
Yep.
Royals.
Yep. So my husband went to Clearfield High.
There we go.
So-
Falcons. Shout out to the Falcons. Yeah.
He's a proud Falcon, that's
There we
for
go.
sure. But yeah. So I'm in Hooper Elementary, Sandridge Junior High
Okay.
is where we fed into, and then Roy High School.
There we go.
So,
no, that's beautiful. I feel like, and the family. I feel like shout out to your family, your dad, and your grandpa, and everybody, because I feel like that's how I'm at in my life right now. Ogden is really, and it's a comment that a friend of mine, a girl, told me. She's like, I asked her, I was like, do you live in Ogden? She goes, no, Ogden lives in me. And,
Oh, I
and,
love
and,
that.
and that shit,
Yeah.
pardon me, that really stuck to me, and I'm like, and that fully gave me, I think, the motivation to what I'm doing here now.
And you know, we get a lot of people that will come in to the shop who are looking to move to Ogden or have recently moved to Ogden. Or we get a lot of, in the fall, we get a lot of parents whose kids are going to be going to Weber State.
Weber, yep.
And they want to check out the area. And the thing that we say to all of them is, you're going to love Ogden more than you know.
Oh, yeah.
This is a community it's an eclectic community, and it is an inclusive community.
Yep.
There's always good stuff going on here. Like there's always something great to do. But when you go out to the farmer's market or whatever event that you're at, and you have all these people who are very different, right?
Yep.
In whatever backgrounds, whatever they do, what they like, what they're passionate about, what their politics are, even very different, and nobody's going at each other.
Oh, yeah,
everybody's like
for that moment or that event,
everybody's good with
won.
each other. Yeah, and I just feel like that is what Ogden is.
Yep. No,
more than
right.
any other community in Utah.
Yep. No,
I really feel
there's definitely
that.
a strong. Once again, because Ogden is now, as it's getting more developed, it's always going to have the vintage history look to it.
Hopefully, yeah.
Right. That's what we're all hoping for and wishing for, because it always gives, once again, outsiders, outstate people, that home feeling that I feel like a lot of places, more metroized places, don't have anymore. You know, because you come here to Ogden, you do have your outskirts and all that, but even downtown still doesn't feel like you're in a big urban spot. It's
like maintained a hometown feel.
Exactly.
But you have everything you need, and you've got your big box stores.
Exactly.
When you need that, but you have a hometown feel here that you don't get. And when people come, they're addicted to it. Even visitors come. In fact, Saturday before, but the Ogden Marathon. After the marathon was over, there was a runner that came in, and she said that she was running a marathon in every state in the country. And I don't know how many she'd done. She's done quite a few. And she said, I've never considered doing any of these marathons twice, but I would do the Ogden one twice.
Hey, heck yeah.
For one, it was beautiful. Two, she said it was the most well-organized marathon she's ever run.
There we go.
And she says all of the people that she was encountering here in Ogden, she just wants to come back.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's beautiful.
Like people come and they get kind of addicted to the feel of Ogden.
To the feel of Ogden. No, it really is home, because a lot of people don't even probably know me. I was born in California.
Yeah.
So
it's okay.
We're
okay with that.
They might hate me now when they find that out. But no, I was born in California towards LA. And shout out to all my Californians and out there. But Utah is definitely home for me, because it gives me that feeling. And I think I love the fact of all the seasons.
Yeah.
We get the fact, because the heat is beautiful. The beach is beautiful, but not all year round for me. I don't think I could do it. So
nice.
I was like, no, Utah's definitely home.
Like
you have the fall, the spring, the winter is definitely one of my favorite times of year, even though some of us got to drive better, but that's a different story.
That's all right. It's all right.
But no, I'm like, and I love when I hear that, and it goes back to that comment my friend told me. She's like, yeah, Ogden lives in me, and I'm like, no, you're definitely right, and that's how we should look at it. That's a beautiful statement. Right?
It really is.
That stuck with me, and it really keeps me motivated to what I'm doing here, because once again, that's what we're doing it for, to leave whatever the legacy and whoever decides to take it after us and what we're doing here, because once again, it's all going to be gone, and hopefully when they come along a picture, one of the frames, and they see four sisters 100 years from now, and they're like,
sticker on the back.
Exactly.
We put a sticker on the back of everything,
Four sisters 100 years from now, and they're like, okay, maybe there'll still be some history about it, and that's beautiful. And I'm like, I wanted to come and talk to you about it, because I wanted people to get to know who you are on a more personal base, and because everybody, we're all focused on what we're doing, and there's nothing wrong with that, but we have to sometimes take a break and really take the time to talk to people on a more personal base and see how what keeps them motivated and going, and what helped them to build what they're building now, because this is only the future. The future has so much more. Maybe 5 years from now, you might have 2 of the franchises, or whatever. That's only hopeful. So with that being said, what do you envision for the business maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, or?
You know, I've never wanted to have a second location. I think that's, I don't want to be stretched too thin.
And a lot of the locations here say that.
Yeah, and I want this to be, you know, where you can focus all your attention to be the best. So I wouldn't want anything. I wouldn't want to have to turn most of the operation over to someone else.
Someone else. Yep.
You know,
I understand that.
Like you put yourself into everything. I have some really great employees who are very loyal.
Yep.
And who definitely have like my same feeling about what we're doing. But yeah, so I don't really envision like expanding locations, but always expanding our offerings.
There we go.
And definitely and serving our community. So
There we go.
getting the word out for what we do, because I think everybody can use what we do at least once in a while,
Yep.
especially with the picture framing.
That's right.
I'm not looking to try and grab like business from neighboring communities so much. I know that there's enough work for us to do
Yep.
just in Ogden.
Yep.
You know, that's really, as far as growth, that's what I envision, is just being able to reach more of like the Ogden community about what we do and what we can offer them.
That's beautiful.
So-
No, thank you. No, I'm
so
telling
that's
you,
really
yeah,
more-
I wanted the people to get to know you and the business because,
Yeah.
like, you guys seem like great people. So I'm like, I want people to know that. And then, so before I let you go, it is getting late. We got to get going here in a bit. But could you let everybody know where they could find you at?
Yeah.
And website, social medias, and then the times of the stores.
Okay, so yeah, we're at 274 25th Street. We're open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 3. So we're closed Sunday and Monday. We have a website, foursistersfurniture.com. Mostly our furniture's on there, and then we're putting a framing page on there as well. So gift shop stuff is not on our website. That's
Okay.
really mostly just for our furniture.
That's
and
in
a little
person.
bit
You guys
there.
got to come down here and check
So
it
you
out
gotta,
in person.
yeah, because it changes a lot. Yeah, and that would be overwhelming to list things. But and then social media, we're on Instagram and Facebook, just Four Sisters, and yeah,
There we go.
I don't know.
There we go.
So,
No,
yeah,
that's beautiful.
yeah,
That way people can know where they can find you at if they want to get stuff online, you know, and,
Yeah.
or even come down here and experience
Yeah.
it themselves.
And I do love, like, I'll tell people you can look online to see what we offer, but I can serve you best in person.
There we go.
So
you guys heard it.
I like that.
You guys heard it. Come down here in person. 25th, historic 25th, Ogden, Utah. More local podcast. Danny Starr,
And Janet Kendrick.
right here at
Four Sisters.
Four Sisters Furniture, Custom Framing. Thank you guys.
Podcast. We hit 'em with an interview, supporting all the local. Do you need an interview? Are you tryna be seen on them big TVs, on them big old screens? Yeah, we go to any place, tryna help out with the business. More local, more local podcast.
Thank you guys for sticking around. Amazing interview. Four Sisters Furniture, Custom Framing. Subscribe, like, and share. Next up, live performance.
At the end of the mother loving night, we're all walking the earth. Let's go. Shout out to KG Music all the way to Colombia. Vamos. Queen of my heart, personal love, a little bit, but after the ego exists with the ego, no reflection. Let's get loud and power back to that. Pay it forward, not rewind. Next time, I'll never back down. First ones we're getting live. No matter what you see or stand, we've come this far. Mistakes we regret, yeah, we do them like an addiction. Let's make them a lesson learned. Adapt to not come back to the only constant change. One through the heart, calling out for us. And when say yes, I do. The ancestors are son, as you win. This emotions we live by, present, future, and the past. Everything we know's the story of what we are sure is true. Our subconscious mind is tired, working more than over half the time that we are walking in the slave realm of man law. We're close to breaking free. Times are getting hard. Fearing wants to keep us divided by man law. Love is starting out from underground, ground. Overground, God sing, God is all I'm around, all I'm around. Love is starting out from underground, overground, God sing, God is all I'm around. We must, yeah. is mine. From the fetus to 6 years, that doesn't you must be the kindest for your kid to walk with love. You know they can't get lost, who knows where they will fall. It will never be too late to accept love for all life. There's a war, we all feel it. Our nature is our God. We are walking tall and loaded, full of true love, no more fear. Love is all we have. It'll piss you off at first, and it's only the beginning. Use the anger for the betterment of earth. Now revision all the fame. Eyes wide open now. We are on that dancing to the extinction of mankind. Extinction of mankind. So got up in this life because you know freestyling is what I do. Every time that I wake up, every time I go to sleep, every time that I eat, because hip hop's in my blood, and that's all that I breathe, that's all that I know, that's all that I grow, and I know that I can never stop growing, never stop glowing, because I'm fucking sorry. Over here with any star, with the fucking vibe of Ogden town, you know what it be. Hello, me, rocking the mic every time that I speak, because overgrown beings is the only thing I see, because humans are here, you're here to stay, and you know everything is beautiful in the day, but hey, the gruesome part is real as well, so I'm just going to balance my ego and exist with the ego every single time that I breathe. So like that, let's eat, let's feast, overgrown beings. Overground beings, you know that's all that I see, you know that's all that I see. Love you, Mother Earth, till the day I eat. Let us make an inventory of the resources we have. Let us make an inventory of the resources we have. Let us make an inventory of the resources we have. We have actions, we have calls, we have technology, we have water, we have air, all the elements. Give thanks every single day, because that's how you live, that's how you breathe. From the clouds to the wind. Thank you guys, this is amazing, what an honor. Shout out to this space for the love of mother, love, and love. Hey! Alrighty, and with this one, can you give me a pause for a second? I just want to speak for a second. Whew, and breathe, of course. Breath control, baby, and sing all day. So with this next song, it's called EFDS, because y'all already know. Give me some Saturday vibes. Give me some Saturday vibes. Yes, bro. So this one is called EFDS, El Fin de Semana. I wrote it with my homie, recently passed away. Rest in power, rest in rhythm, rest in the puffalation, mother lover. Savioso, let's rock this shit. Happy birthday, mother lover! Hey, shout out to the DJ all day. Es fin de semana. Es fin de semana. No es lo único que existe. No es lo único que existe. Hey yo, it's not the only existence. It's not the only existence. Living life, living life.
Es un lunes y la energía es vibrante como domingo. Compongo y domino sábados, es lo que vivo, no por fiesta ni por compromiso. No hay lógica trabajar 6 días de esclavitud para ser libre si tienes suerte. Un día, what calendar do you live by? Do you know what time it is? Si el tiempo es dinero, dime quién controla el tiempo, porque yo quiero hablar something along the lines of what the mother loving ship está pasando. Got the poison in the air, food, water in our brains, or am I just insane? Do not listen to the weekend, one in the air for the clinically insane. Live their days out in a forgotten loony bin. Let's grow. Es fin de semana. Es fin de semana.
Hey, let's feel that hip hop love, baby.
It's not the only existence. It's not the only existence. Mucho viles, no mucho dinero. Llamo al enchufe para duplicar. Es fin de semana. Tengo que conseguir mi dinero. El próximo fin de semana. Fiesta de club. El viernes barbacoa. El sábado lavo mi ropa.
El domingo como pozole.
con tostadas, poco de cerveza, poco de mota. A boss took a loss, chase a wealth, not my health. My kids gotta eat, I got to eat. Was forced to side hustle. What about you? Let's celebrate for what we do. Remember the ones we lost. This life is crazy. I feel so crazy. I ain't lazy, nor hard to find. It's El Señor Flaco, aka the Young Savioso.
Fin de semana. Fin de semana.
No es lo único que existe. No es lo único que existe. Hey, yo, it's not the only existing. It's not the only existence.
Para todos mis trabajadores, mantengan su cabeza alta.
To all my workers, keep your head up high.
Love, LOV,
Can you pass these around?
like visual.
Thanks, bro. Get some free stickers from Young and over here. Shout out to all the Bay babies. From the Bay to the Lake, from 100 to 1,000, baby. Hey, bro.
Adios.
Let's go. Hey, shout out to the Casino lovers. And thank you again, Danny. Thank you guys, everybody, for listening, tuning in. Lots of love. Like I said, you can find me at 999LOV on YouTube. And on Instagram, you can find me under Communicate, you are LOV. Because you are love, I am love, and we can be love. Let's go.
More local podcast. We hit 'em with an interview, supporting all the local.